Oh my days! Scammers call camera. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't click it off. I'm telling you, you're gonna love this video. Let's go.
I have a CCTV feed of a scam call center.
I'm
And right now,
telling
this
you.
disgusting group of scammers is laughing at someone they just successfully scammed.
Wow.
And later, the only one laughing is going to be me when I tell the entire office of scammers their real names. But before I do, let me first explain how I tracked these scammers down and found all of their personal
See, I'm
information.
telling you, these scammers will be calling your phone every single day, talking about, oh yeah, I'm calling from free. They'll mention your full name. How did they get your name? I'm telling you, that's crazy. Let's go.
If you've ever tried to get your computer fixed, there's a good chance you've heard of Geek Squad. They're a massive company that fixes pretty much anything computer related, and undoubtedly there's going to be a ton of people looking them up on Google. But scammers have caught on to this, so you won't
Okay,
even get the
let's
real
see.
website as the first result. Instead, you'll get a bunch of ads for similar looking companies, most of which are scams. But the average person doesn't notice these things. They just
Literally,
want a
bro.
number they can call to get their problem solved. What
Wow.
they don't know is the people they're calling aren't computer experts, but rather a bunch of scammers from India. But I'll seek these numbers out and purposefully call them because as a part of the scam, they'll have their victims download remote access software.
Let's see
and
how
I
these
can
lot
take
get caught.
advantage to reverse the
Let's see how
connection
these
and
scammers
gain
get caught
access to
today.
their computers.
So how do I get my
What is
Gmail
this?
fixed? 'Cause
We have to put some securities on your computer system to remove the hackers and the Trojan.
Right now, the scammer has connected to me, but I've also connected to him, and I'm watching his computer screen as he attempts to run his scam.
It's a Trojan. You can see 12 connections. Do you have 12 computer and laptop
How did
with
this
you?
guy
He's now
do
open-
this? How did he do this? That's crazy, you know?
Something called netstat, which is a command that shows network activity to try to convince me that my PC has a Trojan. These connections are completely normal, and him claiming otherwise is a lie. When I first called Frank Williamson, his real name actually being Devesh, I told him I had a problem with accessing Gmail. Now he's saying the cause of the issue is a computer Trojan. The reason for this is pretty simple. He doesn't actually know how to fix anything and can make much more money by simply making things up.
A new tab open up in the browser automatically, right? It directs you a new website, and that website has been planted by them only, so that once your IP get connected with them, then they install
He's talking
something
shit.
on your Windows without any permission.
After saying a whole bunch of nothing, the scammer was pretty sure he had convinced me of his fake problem, which is when he started trying to sell me an expensive and bogus support plan.
You have to pay for two things: the
okay.
driver toolkit and your anti-Trojan security of the web root. The driver toolkit is of the $90,
Okay.
and your anti-Trojan security of the web root will be approximately near about $129.
What he's trying to sell is
What?
nothing more than technobabble, and at this point I had wasted enough of his time and decided to confront him.
I just want to know why you scam people. That's all I want to know. I guess you make a lot of money, right?
We are not.
You're not scammers?
We are fixing your issue.
Yeah, okay. So you're not scammers, and yet you bring up something that is not indicative of Trojans. This computer is a virtual
You have
computer.
This thing you bring up with your dummy computer system.
Yeah.
All these things are false. So you are a scammer, not.
Oh,
me.
so I'm a scammer.
Okay,
So
Oh.
we are fixing the people.
okay.
This scammer just
While
got
he was
caught.
accusing me of being a scammer, I was quietly scanning his PC's network when I discovered that unusually this group had installed CCTV. The reason I say this is unusual is because the majority of call centers that I've
Look
come
at them
across
getting
with
caught in their
video
room.
surveillance tend to be
They
fair.
literally just they caught them. How are you getting someone hacking to your CCTV camera? That's crazy, you know?
fairly
Let's
large,
go.
with at least 30 to 40 employees, like in this one or in this one. That's why I was quite
Wow.
surprised to find that this office only had 6 to 7 people at any given time in a relatively small room. Either way, these cameras gave me insight into the
That's
day-to-day lives
fucked
of
up.
these scammers, and many times I spotted them eating and socializing just like in any normal job.
I hope these are getting paid a lot, you know?
But more importantly, being able to see and hear them meant I could gather some rock-solid evidence of their activities. Let's take a look at the same scammer who previously tried to scam me, now running the exact same script on someone else.
Peter Carter was a technician who happened to okay, and right now it's with me because you have Trojan and virus in your computer. Your Trojan and virus due to which your camera driver has been caught.
Since I was actively listening to the call, I decided to intervene before they lost any of their money.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, is this Robert?
Yes.
I'm calling you because I believe that you were contacting people from a technical support company.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to let you know that those people are scammers.
Oh,
But
Jesus Christ Almighty!
what they do is, I don't know exactly how you got your number. I assume you looked up tech support on Google. Is that how you got the number initially that you called?
Best Buy, from Geek Squad.
Right. So you looked up Geek Squad on Google because those guys are
Yeah.
not Geek Squad.
Thankfully, I was able to successfully warn him
Wow.
that there were many more people
People are
who
crazy
had
these days,
previously
you know?
been scammed before I had a chance to intervene. This was evident from the many pictures I downloaded from the scammers' computers showing payments made via credit card and check for some pretty hefty amounts. Anywhere from $55 to $1,200 or even $1,500 had been paid for nothing. One picture I found that really highlights how disgusting these scammers really are is this one, where they force an elderly looking man to hold up a check, just more proof these scammers don't have even an ounce of remorse. Regardless of
Wow.
age, they don't care. That's why I wanted to identify not just the heartless scammers in India,
Nah, these
but
are-
also
these
the
are playing
people
prison, man.
facilitating the laundering of money. Because
100%.
processing checks internationally is far more difficult and could arouse suspicion, the scammers will instead have their victims make them payable to shell companies in the United States. There were many such companies involved in this scheme, and I've blurred their names because I've reported all of them to US federal authorities where they're actively being investigated. I can't show you their names, but what I can show you is a phone call with the owners of one of these companies.
Rather than keeping my own team, I outsource the team. You know?
You outsource
So
it.
there is different.
Why is she? Why is she
Different
lying, bro?
companies.
I won't bore you with the rest of the call, but her claim that she outsources is true to the extent that all the people she works with are scammers. A Google search reveals that her company was involved with another type of scam, the Roku support scam, proven by this review from 3 years ago. But remarkably, the group I'm investigating were stupid enough to not just use US companies, but the real Indian ones to process credit cards. There were two directors
What?
who ran the main business, Geek Care Online, and these were Jogpal and Praful. But it would be Praful who, according to his own LinkedIn page, was the boss and founder of this company, and could often be spotted at his desk on the CCTV. Praful ran two other companies, Hootzilla Trip Private Limited, which would also be used to take credit cards, and strangely, HVP Pharmaceuticals. You'd have good reason to wonder why the boss of a scam call center would also run a pharmaceutical company, which leads us to someone named Sarika. She is also a director of this pharmaceutical
These people
business,
have
and according to her
everything
LinkedIn
planned out,
profile,
you know?
actually
That's
worked in the
crazy.
pharmaceutical industry in the past, which is why it was quite a surprise to see her in the same office where the scamming was taking place. As it turns out, it would be a file on her computer that would answer all of my questions. This file was of her Indian identity card, also known as an Aadhaar card, and it clearly showed that she wasn't
this
just
comment is
Praful's
crazy, man.
associate, but his wife. She actually had a much bigger role in managing the call center's operations, and it would be the access I had to her computer that would clear up quite a few things I didn't previously know. Firstly, when any of the agents would successfully scam someone, they would fill out a Google form with information about the victim's name, email address, mode of payment, and amount scammed. Sarika had access to the responses of this form as a spreadsheet, and it gave me a much deeper look into the number of people and amount of money they had managed to defraud. These scammers had managed to scam a little over 1,500 people, and had made a whopping $569,000 in the span of only 15 months, which are actually very impressive numbers for a center of their size. Sarika was also in charge of managing the Google AdWords account, which was very interesting to me because AdWords is a service that allows people to pay for an advertisement for their website to show up at the top of Google. We can see that this specific AdWords campaign is targeting the term Geek Squad. In the past month, the ad has been shown to around 9,000 people, and the majority of these people, not surprisingly, are 65 or older. Every month, they will pay anywhere from $2,800 to $9,000. And this may seem like a lot of money just for advertising, but a better way to frame it is the return on investment. Since they have generated $569,000 in revenue in only 15 months, this means that they will make approximately $38,000.
Guys, it's actually crazy. I need to end it here, man, because he's saying a lot of things. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you like more of these videos, comment in the comment section, and we're gonna do more.